Welcome back to First Time for Everything. My name's Mello. Now this video I'm going to show you right now is very special to me, but it's probably going to be really boring to you. I mean, honestly, me and the guy that was in the car really only talked about my Genesis and a few other things, so I get it. But hundreds of you that are on my Insta, you know what this is because you got the shots. Unless you were underage, of course. Not to mention, there were hundreds of times that I gave it out before the Uber Anonymous Insta even existed. Now, my true intentions were just to give out these shots on New Year's of 2020 to 2021. So I bought 50 of them thinking I was gonna give them out to everyone. It didn't work out that way. But something else that didn't work out that way either is there were such good vibes in giving these out to people that actually meant something to me and people I meant something to. So I did it for a couple more weeks, which turned into a couple more months, which turned into a couple more years. But seeing that there's an Insta filled with people that have gotten the shots, not to mention the people that got the shots before the Insta even existed, obviously this developed into something more. If you don't want to watch this boring video, I get it. But I'm posting this to show the process, to show my journey. So if you actually are here for it, I really appreciate you and I'm glad you're along for the ride. All right, let's just get into the video.
Hey there, Brian.
Yes, sir.
How's it going?
Good, awesome.
I love it here.
Any of that stuff, if you want to put it up here, that's fine. Get it out of your
I
way.
think we have some room back here, though.
Okay, cool.
Thanks, though.
I try to make it that way.
By the way.
I will never have another car besides the Genesis.
Really?
My mom's the same way.
This is the oldest one they've made, and this sweet little girl took me 332,000 miles.
Oh my god.
I'm still killing it. Still killing it.
That's
the
awesome.
dashboard just started to crack, unfortunately, but that's because I kept it out of the garage. I started hoarding furniture, so it is what it is. Where are you heading tonight?
We are going to Country Oaks, I think. Does that look right?
What is that?
It's just a house.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Country Oaks Lane?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, my mom she also had this Genesis, and then ever since then, we lease all our cars.
Yeah.
And she's gotten Genesis every single time. She really loves them.
Dude, I challenge you to do this, but since, I mean, you know that Genesis makes their own cars now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so since the Hyundai brand changed but still stayed Genesis in 2016, the Hyundai Genesis, the value has plummeted.
Really?
3 years ago, this car was $15,000. Go on Craigslist right now, and I guarantee you, you're gonna find it for $5 and under.
Are you serious?
I was pissed when my transmission blew because I didn't have $3 grand. So I was kind of forced into financing the transmission. Yeah. I could have just bought a new car. These are disposable cars now. I'm not kidding you.
That's insane.
So the way I see it is that this is a 2008 and they end in 2016. I will buy those models in between there until there's no more of them, until it's such an old car. But people still don't know this is a 13-year-old, 13-year-old car. They don't know any of it. Now,
the only reason I know this is an 08 is because my mom had this 08.
Well,
I think, but even still then, it's like
2012. They all look the same.
It's the same thing. It's like even then, it's like, as you know, being 12 years old at this point, I guess 13 now, but being 13 years old at this point, like they still feel like luxury, like nice cars.
Dude, this is I didn't know this before. This is my 16th car. I went through a lot of cheap cars when I was younger.
Absolutely.
But this is the first car that I was actually comfortable in. Now I thought I had liked other cars.
Yeah.
I've not had luxury. I've had like really nice Jeeps or really nice Grand Caravans, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So they were really comfortable with this thing. Fits me so well. I love the power. I'm trying to be nice to her now because she's, to be honest, I thought she was going to break down 100,000 miles ago. You know. So when the transmission guy, he was like, you know, unfortunately the transmission is a BMW transmission, and he's like, I'm sorry, you know, it's you know 3,200. I'm like, cool. He's like, wow, I've never seen anybody okay with that. And I'm like, I was afraid of it at 150,000. You know, then it was like 200,000. I started saving up money for another car. And then 6 months later, I'm like, screw it. I'm going to spend the money on something else. It's just sitting here. The car's not dying.
Yeah.
You know? So.
I don't blame you, seriously. Definitely, I think Hyundai's done a lot of great things, and especially Genesis. I'm really glad they kind of branched off into their own thing now.
Well, to be honest, I think the reason that this car is outperforming probably even the people that built it is the fact that they were trying to make a name for themselves, and they were trying to make an unbeatable car. Now, I don't
think that the Genesis brand is as good as this. But if you also look on Craigslist, you will see so many of the Genesis for like less than $5,000, like $2,000, $3,000.
Oh, seriously?
They have 200,000 miles, 250,000. It's normal for these cars to go that far. So like in the beginning, when I got this car at 150, I was kind of, am I going left?
Yeah, you'll get on 19.
I was kind of worried, but to be honest, the car was listing for 15, and I got it for 3,700.
Oh my god!
So I had a Dodge Grand Caravan totaled, so I was gonna get another Dodge Grand Caravan, but there's no way I could pass this up.
Yeah. That's a crazy deal.
So when this guy, this successful guy, he hit a whole new level of success, started buying cars, and his HOA was like, if you don't get rid of 4 of these cars in 7 days, they were gonna charge him some astronomical number, like 30 grand. So he liquidated a BMW, which if I would have had $7,000, I'd have bought a $35,000 BMW. But I didn't. So I had 4.
Yeah.
I had 4. Matter of fact, the guy was so nice that I told him, I'm like, listen, I will hands down take this car for $4,000, but is it possible that you'll go lower? Like, I'm not negotiating with you. I love this car. I will take it.
Yeah.
But it would really help me in what's going on right now.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, sure. Let's do 37. Like, he didn't need the money. So when I got it,
awesome though,
dude, it's changed my life, to be honest. Like, this is the car for me. I love this car.
How long did you get it?
I've had it 2 years and put 140,000 on it.
Yeah, man.
170,000.
I don't blame you. This is one of those like kind of feels of a vehicle that like you get in and it's like that's it. Like there's no other reason for me to try anything else.
Yeah, it's very comfortable. Now the other guy was obsessive over cleaning it and taking care of it, so I just kept that going. I've never been amazing at it. I've been all right in keeping cars clean, but like she was saying that it's perfect. Yes, it is. Like I'm trying to keep it alive as long as I possibly can.
Yeah, man, you can tell me that you just got this like clean like today even.
It is every day.
Yeah, you do a great job with it, seriously.
I drive 10 hours, a day, and if it's possible that the cleanliness of the car can have an impact on my riders, then I want to do it.
Yeah.
I've talked to a lot of Uber drivers, and I've only met 2 in 3 years that make anything close to what I make.
Yeah.
So I just try to pay attention to all of those details, whether it's the smell or cleaning it or whatever. And it sucked in the beginning cleaning it so much.
Oh yeah.
But now I'm like a machine, now I know everything about the car.
Yeah, you get it down to like a routine rhythm and you're like, you can pump it out in like 5-10 minutes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's that easy. And I really do think it makes that big of a difference. Just being a rider, like I take, we go to university up north of here.
Okay.
But, we take Ubers pretty frequently. And I think
what university?
We go to University of Kentucky.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But I live where you pick me up. And so, we take Ubers pretty frequently. And I think one of the things I notice most, easily right away, that bothers me the most is the smell. And, you get in a car with like...
Of other Ubers, yeah.
Yeah, like you get in a car that doesn't smell bad, it's like, oh my God.
You know what's great? Yeah, well, this is my saving grace here. I literally went through 18 of these to figure out which one's the best. This one is the best.
I love that's the one that I use in my apartment.
This one, I literally clean out the dollar store every month. I'll get 20 of these things. But I tried a whole bunch of them, and people don't really mention it, but they mentioned that one. This lady, she's not supposed to, but she just had a dog in the car.
Yeah.
So I'm supposed to opt into that, and then she does, but she didn't do that. So
what kind of dog was it?
It was a little dog, but it was, she thought it was this perfect little princess Pookie thing, and I could smell it, and she was saying it was behaved. Don't worry, honey, I'm going to give you a big fat tip. Thank you for the $2. That was sweet of you. I'm not kidding. So she just does this on a regular basis, and that's kind of why I allowed it, and she knew that.
Now, when I'm talking about allowing it, there is a certain type of person that tries to save a few bucks on every Uber they ever take. One type of person is this person. They want to take their dog everywhere, but they don't want to opt into having a dog and paying extra money to do so. So they get in the car and try to convince me on the front end that it's okay, their dog's cool, everything's cool. There's other people that take multiple stops, but they don't put that in their phone for $3 a pop because they want to save some money. Like, what you guys don't know is we make 8 cents, pennies per minute that we wait. 10 minutes is 80 cents. A full hour is $4.80. Who works for less than $5 an hour? Plus there's taxes, gas, everything else. Now listen, if I can tell you had no idea that there's a better way to do things to help the people that are helping you, I'd be happy to educate them. But for the people that do this continuously just to save a few bucks, I'm not changing them. They're going to be that way in the future regardless if I confront them or not. But what I noticed, when you confront these people, I get 1-starred, I get reports, I get negative ratings. Listen, you're gonna be gone in 10 minutes. I don't need this. I would rather let you be you and you let me be me. For the people that are like that, you're not memorable. I don't know your name.
So, but I'm like, that damn dog smells. It smells like a dog. So, first thing I did, I drove out of here, I hit the head rails here, hit here, and you guys are like, it smells so nice.
Yeah, no, if you never told me that there was a dog in the car, I'd have no idea.
Well, you'd be surprised. There are men that come in the car that have no idea how to wear cologne.
Oh
there
my
are
God.
people that do their laundry, so they bring their laundry, and I gotta take the laundry. All kinds of things. I don't want those mixed smells. You don't want those mixed
Oh,
smells.
absolutely. And you know, it's the little stuff like that I really appreciate. I'm one of those people, whenever I'm in a space like an apartment in my room, I keep the candle going like all day if I have to.
Yeah, right.
I just how I feel comfortable. And
Yeah.
It's just, you know, little things like that really make a big difference to me. And I'll tell you right now, I really appreciate that.
Well, I mean, the thing is, like, I want you guys to have a good night, but I also want to have a good night.
Yeah.
And the easiest way to
that's
do
the
that
biggest
is to
thing.
help you to have a good night.
Yeah.
It's circular. So,
Yeah.
and you know, there are horror stories, but I love them. You know, but it's nice to see that overwhelmingly people are good. You know.
You normally drive like 10 hours a day.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So on a night like
Dude,
tonight, you know,
we won't have the
15
time
hours.
to get into it,
Yeah.
but I gave up my 19-year career to do this.
Oh my God, really?
It's too good of money if you just pay attention to the details. And well, I mean, got a wife, kids, that kind of thing. Maybe they're not going to be cool if you work in the graveyard shift.
Yeah.
But that's what I work.
Yeah.
You know, so, and today is going to be
You're gonna melt it
absurd.
for real.
Dude, I'm going to make over $600 in 10 hours.
Oh.
I can't say no to that. I can't say no.
I would guess more, honestly. I feel like
Well,
like
oh no,
Thursday crazy.
trust me. Oh, sorry.
No,
So
you're
trust
good,
me,
don't worry.
I'm going at the minimum, and I just don't want to think about it anymore because I'm getting too excited. You know. When did I start? I started at 6, and I'll go till 4 at least. That's when the promotions are there. I might go till 5, but it's right now is about quadruple the money. So
yeah,
after 4 a.m., no more promotions. So I don't know why I would keep doing that.
Fair.
You know, now normally, if I wasn't trying to recoup from Christmas, then I would do Thursday through Sunday, and I would shoot for 8 hours. That would be my max.
Yeah.
But you're talking about 32 hours a week for over $1,000 after taxes and expenses. I kind of don't want to do any more than that.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of other people that work 70 hours. They're working day shift. That's not good enough, you know? So now situations like holidays, Uber, technically you, pay great, you know? So sadly, I'm kind of glad my family's not here this year because I just work all of the holidays, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you get paid back how you need to.
Yeah, and I'm going to see 25 fireworks shows tonight. You're not.
I mean,
I'm going to see them.
we saw some. We live in my neighborhood. Like,
Yeah,
come
right.
on. You get the whole thing out of it.
Well, hey, listen, right before I drop you off, I look forward to meeting people like you. You guys are the reason that I still enjoy doing this kind of thing. And Uber's taking care of me because you use Uber's service. So I wanted to return the favor. So I wait for people like you that really make an impact with me. And I got you a little something. So it's a small thing. Hopefully it's up your alley. But it is behind you. If you drop that bench and then open the door and gently pull that cooler out, please.
Are you serious?
Allow me to get you your first drink
No
tonight.
fucking way. Are you serious?
Yes, sir.
Like this whole thing?
Do we need these masks?
No.
Good, because I'd like to see your faces.
Oh my fucking God. You're lying to me.
No.
Thank you.
Happy New
Dude,
Year's,
can I
guys.
shake your hand?
Sure. Yeah.
Man, I appreciate it.
Now listen guys, I know that video cutoff was a bit abrupt. There was only like 3 or 4 minutes left in the ride anyway. I'll get better at that. Well, technically I already did get better than that because this is a couple years old. But like I said, I only intended to give these shots out for New Year's 2020 to 2021. I bought 50 shots. I thought I was gonna give them all out in one day. It didn't happen like like that. I'm not keeping them. So I continued to give them out the next day and the next day when I was finally out. Those memories that were created partially by me giving out the shots, I just couldn't live without it. So I continued to do it for a few more weeks, which turned into months, which at this point turned into years. It's pretty much a part of my MO now. If you've seen it, it's because you were the vibe. And if you want to see the vibe, you gotta be the vibe. Now I've got one more video that I have to put out, which shows the process that I'm taking. But after that, I get to show some of the coolest experiences I've ever had. Now, when I started recording, I have lots of videos that at the time, because it was the first time I've ever seen that or experienced that, I kept those videos. But now that I have well over 2,000, almost 3,000, a lot of them are getting deleted, and I'm just gonna show the best of the best. For right now, that's all I got. I strongly appreciate you guys being here. I strongly appreciate the fact that you guys have motivated me to do this. But for right now, I got nothing else, so I'm out.